I want to give a public tribute to my bride of 40 years, and let's see if I can do it without crying. I remember when we met, uh, both 19 years old, 1974. I remember it well. I remember the first conversation we had. Nancy, you were an atheist then. I remember getting your phone number to talk to you, which I did with any new person in the church. I did think it'd be nice to have your number to talk to you, but any new person, I'd get their number to ask if I could call and witness to them. And I remember the conversations we had, the hours we talked. I remember the night you got saved. I remember 1 week later, God bringing us together, and 1 week later, knowing that we were in love and we'd spend the rest of our lives together. And it's been an amazing journey. I wouldn't be who I am today without you. I want to give you public honor and say that I've needed you in my life so desperately to always tell me the truth and not what I wanted to hear, but what I needed to hear. And for having that absolute moral backbone. People think of me as strong person of conviction. I am, but you're much stronger. I don't know any person in the world. I've never met anyone in the world who fears people less than you fear people and who only wants to speak the truth. In fact, I don't think you know how to speak anything other than the truth. And that moral integrity, that backbone has been such an extraordinary thing. I mean, our friendship, all the fun things and the memories we have and all the experiences together, being my best friend these many years and just being so unshakably faithful and loyal. I mean, you can't buy that for $1 trillion. And you're as beautiful today as you were the day I met you. I think you're more beautiful today, in fact. So I'm indebted to you in every way. But that moral integrity is the thing that fuels your heart before God, that you can't compromise, that there are no shortcuts, that He's real and He's given promises, and if we'll just do what He says, we'll see what He promised. I mean, that's also driven me. And I remember one time, it was decades ago, it was a difficult season that we passed through together. There was a bit of a crisis in the church where we were, and I was part of the leadership, and we had a big vote. And the whole night changed. And I remember people began to shift positions. By the end of the night, it was 16 against 1. I was the one. And the senior leader told me years ago that I was right in dissenting. But I remember saying to myself, how can I go home and look God in the face, so to say, and look you in the face and say I compromised, I sold out because of peer pressure? And that strength has been something inside of me to do what's right. And I've heard your voice in my ears for decades. I'm about to say something foolish. Don't say it. I hear your voice. The times I have said it, I have regretted it. But you've always been there, and you've been so forgiving, and you've been so kind. And when I've done something stupid, you've been so gracious to forgive and to move on together. And all the years I've been on the road, I mean, I spent at least 3 years overseas, and you just batten down the hatch, take care of the kids, make sure everything ran fine. I'll be in India for a month, no problem, and raised our family together. We've got amazing kids and grandkids, and I know you don't like me saying this all the time, but hon, the best is yet to come. Thanks for an amazing 40 years and for being my wonderful, faithful friend. Best friend I could ever ask for. Thanks for being there. Thanks for loving me. Thanks for loving God. Thanks for refusing to quit or compromise. We're in this together.